HL7. So HL7 it will contain two modules. First is introduction module and second one is HL7B version 2.x module. So module 1 uh, will be covered in 4 hours. So the part of the module 1 will be the introduction to the healthcare interoperability. So this unit will basically explains about how we can achieve interoperability in healthcare. So which is a very big challenge in US healthcare to achieve the interoperability to communicate with different healthcare systems. So basically the idea behind interoperability is to get the transparency in the healthcare to provide the better care to the patient. So HL7 is a standard which is defined by the HL7 organization uh, to use in the healthcare system to achieve the interoperability so that the patient information will be secured and can be transferred from one system to the another system. And the second unit will be the introduction to the vocabularies in the healthcare system. So there are a lot of vocabularies uh, which are used into this operability, and to exchange the information from one system to another system. So we use ADI, which is electronic data interchange. So to change the information from one system to another system, we use ADI, and there are a lot more other vocabularies which are used into healthcare, like providers, like results, orders, and this HL7 standards. Then comes to EDI, which are basic EDI X12, which comes into the picture when we are talking about the insurance claim. So there are a lot of things to cover in the healthcare. So I'll give you overview about this healthcare interoperability, which will contain the introduction about the insurance, how insurance are playing a key role in US healthcare, and how the data is interchanged when it comes to the insurance, and again how the data will be exchanged when it comes to the patient information. So this is all what I will cover in the introduction. It will take around 4 hours, or it may take 1 hour more or less. So that's I'm going to cover in that. Then in the module 2, which is basically 8 hours, in that module we'll discuss about what are the HL7 segments, why it is required, and while these messages are required to transfer the patient information, what are the data types in HL7, what is acknowledgement, that is ACK. So there are different messages which depends on different events which are triggered in a hospital or a clinic. For example, when you are going to a clinic, then a front desk receptionist or a nurse will take your demographics to register you as a patient. Then after registering the patient, then she has to transfer the information to the doctor. So that is a kind of event. So in that particular event, a message will trigger. That will be HL7 message, and that message will contain your information, your details, your social history, and all these things, and which will be transferred to the doctor. So likewise, when doctor will do some consultation for you, then he has to write some notes, he has to order some lab tests. Then again there will be an event. So in that event he will transfer your information to the lab. So then again HL7 message will trigger. So these are the things we are going to discuss. And data types means what kind of data it can hold, and like data type means string data, or sometimes encapsulated data like your uh, reports, PDF reports, your clinical summaries. ACK is when you send a message to another system, then another system will acknowledge that the system has received the message. So that is acknowledgement. And unit 2 will explain about each and every message. So I'll take ADT message, which is a one type of messages which will contain the patient information, events, and insurance information, everything. So I'll explain that message segment by segment, uh, other message types like orders and results. So I'll explain these messages in details, and then the last unit will cover the jet segments and how you will implement those jet segments. The jet segments are not the standard segments in HL7. So these are willingly added segments which any lab can add, or any system can add. But these are not considered as HL7 segments. So these can contain any information you desire. And I'll also show you how the HL7 message is created when you are working from a system, or when you are working on a healthcare system like EMR, EHR. So I'll show you when a doctor or a nurse enters your information into the system, how it will be generated through a tool in location or in a file. So I'll show you that as well. So I will also give you leads how you can crack your interview if you're preparing for interviews in HL7. And there is another tool which is used to uh, generate the HL7 messages from your database, or from other systems like from EMR if you're transferring informations. So that tool is Mirth Connect, and Mirth Connect will be an added advantage whenever you are going for an interview. They will ask on which interface engine you have worked to generate the HL7. So that is an additional module, and you can opt that module with this package as well. And that will be really very helpful when you are hunting a job in healthcare industry, because everybody is looking if you have worked on Mirth. And take it from me, uh, they, they are consider it like if you have worked on Mirth Connect, uh, it means you can work on any interface engines, and interface engine is as much as required as your HL7. So you can say these are sisters. So to generate, so basic idea behind integration engine is to manage your HL7 messages, how you will generate it, right? So this is all about HL7 and healthcare uh, healthcare tutorials what I am going to give. Thank you. So I am done, Srinivasan. Hello. Hello.
Oh, yeah, yeah, Sandeep. Go ahead, Sandeep.
Okay. So could you able to hear it?
Yes, yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm done from my side. This is what I